Explain to us why you think this is important and why you're out here personally.
Well, it's a great day to get all these numbers here, and I'm here to support the march against the new normal and new world order. In particular, the purpose of this march was to raise the insistence that there should be no vaccine passports and no testing. This is medical apartheid if they get away with it.
So some of this language, like New World Order, is confusing for some people. As in, a lot of people, arguably in the mainstream society, wouldn't be on board with that concept itself. What would you say to them?
Well, okay.
Where to go to look?
The government themselves talk about a new normal, and if you look at the World Economic Forum, they are talking about a new world order, which was a phrase used by various US presidents some years ago when they started speculating on these lines. But because of the total crisis that monopoly capitalism is in now, their only way out is imposition of what they are calling a great reset, which is a new world order, which means that generally speaking, the mega corporations would own everything and the public would own nothing and be reduced to slavery. And I do say that in using correct words, where possibly it means lots of 0 hours contracts and so forth. But it's a massive impoverishment of the working classes and the middle classes, and the only gainers are the mega corporations.
So I just wanted congratulations on your mayoral attempt and all the votes you got. Because Sadiq Khan eventually was voted in, that suggests London is generally pro-lockdown. How do you feel about that, and what would you say about that in general? Do you think that reflects the real public opinion?
No, about half the population, generally speaking, have taken the vaccine. So they're desperate to justify in their own minds that they were right. But they know as a fact that something is severely going wrong.
The yellow card.
The yellow card. But they'll still vote for the main parties in the hope that they're going to keep things okay for them. Now, we say everyone who gets ill or dies from the vaccine has to be compensated. And we say no vaccine can be imposed on anybody, and therefore children shouldn't be vaccinated against their mother's or father's wishes. And we're going to be going around schools in the next few weeks to resist imposition of the vaccine to children.
Also, you've been out here the whole time during these anti-lockdown events. I know there's, the police have come down hard on some of them. Have you had any legal trouble, and how have you dealt with that?
My first arrest for COVID resistance was 1 year ago on May the 16th in Hyde Park. I've been arrested 10 more times since then. But it's just a price you have to pay. More people have been arrested too, and we're not going to pay any fines, generally speaking. I paid no fines. I'm not intending to. We forced the police to drop most charges anyway. There's a big case happening this Thursday, the 20th of May, in Westminster Magistrates Court. A lot of us are going to be in there. They've got me with some new charges and other people charging us with organising demonstrations. Now look, what has Britain come to when you're charged with organising peaceful demonstrations in the United Kingdom? I mean, there's something seriously wrong. So we're just saying we're standing up for freedom all the time.
So I think a lot of people maybe don't feel prepared to be critical because of the friction it might cause in their personal life. Do you have experience the friction it might cause in their personal life to be critical in this way? Some people might not think that's worth it. Has that been a problem for you, and how would you what would you say to people who are experiencing that?
Well, it is worth it, because if we don't stand up at this point, what will be imposed will be a tyranny. It's clear what they want, you see. They're doing lockups, they're locking people up. In Australia, they've locked up large numbers of people. They would be locking us up now, but for the fact our support is growing. They're trying to divide the country into two groups, those who've accepted vaccines and those who don't. And they're treating us like contagion fear. This is what happened in Germany. The Jews were locked up.
There's a two-part question. Is this the last lockdown? And if it's not, are there other reasons that a government might want to or would lock down their people other than public health?
This is not about public health. It's about bringing in a new normal, a new world order, destruction of working class and middle class jobs, and imposing mega corporation rule. That's why Sadiq Khan wants to extend the ultra low emission zone to around the North and South Circular. It's to smash small businesses. That's what it is for, totally. And furthermore, it'll increase pollution by making traffic travel greater distances. So the answer to your question is there's no justification whatsoever for any of these lockdowns in medical terms. They are entirely politically motivated, and they should be defied totally for every single measure they produce. And if that means getting arrested, get arrested. If that means having a fine for opening your shop, take the fine and refuse to pay. Go to court. You've got to fight, 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 or your business will be destroyed.
Okay, that's a great place to end. Thanks very much for talking to us.